Okay, so for number 3, it says use the vertex and the intercepts. This thing's already in vertex form, so I know that my vertex is already at -1, 2, so I'll put that on the graph. -1, 2 is the point right here, and there'd be my vertex, and I'll label it -1, 2. Okay, the axis of symmetry has to be the point or the line x equals -1, so I will put it in right here. It goes right through the vertex of my graph. So that's what I have so far. Okay, this thing opens up, and so it's already above the x-axis, so I can tell there is no x-intercept. That's easy enough to find. To get the y-intercept, I'm going to let x equal 0, so I'm going to have 1 squared plus 2, which is giving me 3. So then I know the point 0, 3 has to be on the graph. So 0, 3 would be right here. Here's the point 0, 3. And if I go the other way, on the other side of the axis of symmetry, I would get -2, 3. And that's enough information to actually sketch my graph in a decent manner, right? So notice that we go over 1 and up 1. If I went over 2, I'd go up 4, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So this point should be on the graph, and then vice versa over here. Okay, domain for this thing, of course, is all real numbers. Range for this thing is from, I'm going to say all real numbers y, such that y is greater than or equal to 2. Or we could say this, from 2 to positive infinity, however you want to say it. Part B is not in vertex form, so I'm going to go ahead and solve for the vertex by doing -b over 2a. So that's going to give me 2 over 2, which gives me 1. So my vertex is located at 1 comma something, so I'll evaluate f of 1. When I do that, I plug it in and I get -4 out of this. So now I know that my vertex is over at 1, -4, so it's right down here. Okay, so here's my vertex, and it's at the point, let's write that down right away. So 1 comma -4. Good. This is my axis of symmetry here. Okay, and I know that this goes over 1 unit and up 1 unit, so I know this point's on the graph, and that point's on the graph, so that would mean that my y-intercept would be down here at 0, -3, and that's enough information to make a pretty good, accurate sketch of the graph here. So I'd have this going on, and then I'd have this going on. So if I wanted to check, though, I'd go over 1, up 1, over 2, 1, 2, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this point, my other x-intercept, which would be 3, 0, is on the graph. So 2 units the other way. So this point over here, -1, 0, would also be on the graph. The domain is all real numbers, and the range is everything greater than -4. So all y is greater than or equal to -4, or we could say from -4 to infinity.